There was a time on this channel where every piece of content was basically a top 10. We were the top 10 channel for a while. We were the top 10 Call of Duty channel. Then we were the top 10 gaming channel. Then the top 10 Fortnite channel, and back to Call of Duty. Well, now we're going to jump back in, but we're going to do something kind of fun for you guys. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Chaos here. It has been a minute since we've done a ranking video, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Today, we're going to go over 10 games in order that could end up being better than GTA 6. I know, those are bold words, but I want you to stick around and see what I have to offer. Now, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest game launch of all time. There's no getting around it. But does that mean it's going to be the best game? Or does that mean there aren't going to be other open world games that are more fun? Well, today we're going to bring back that top 10 list, and we're going to check them out and rank them. So you let me know in the comments which of these you think could give Rockstar a run for the money. Let's keep it civil in the comments. Drop a like if you want Chaos Top 10s to make a comeback in 2024. And we start off at number 10. Star Wars Outlaws. It's been a long time since we got an awesome single-player Star Wars game that wasn't made by Respawn Entertainment. Now, Star Wars Outlaws is the open-world game that many fans have been dreaming of for decades, myself included. From the sounds of it, seems like it's going to be GTA set in the Star Wars universe in between episodes 4 and 5. No, actually 5 and 6, which absolutely sounds amazing. You play as an outlaw scoundrel attempting to pull off the biggest heist in the history of the Outer Rim. Your adventure is going to take you on different planets all across the universe. Some familiar, some brand new. You'll be able to form relationships with various criminal groups throughout the galaxy. Decide where your allegiances lie along the way, all while approaching combat either loud or stealthily. Now, there's no concrete release date on Star Wars Outlaws just yet, but Ubisoft has promised it will drop before this year is over, so we should get an official update very soon. I don't know about you guys, but this is a day one purchase for me. Star Wars GTA, I mean, that's been on my bucket list for a long time. At number 9, Venom. Now, this may sound like a strange game to put on a list compared to GTA, but hear me out. A standalone Venom game was confirmed as part of the massive hack that Insomniac Games fell victim to late last year. Now, some were upset about the sheer number of Marvel games the studio is working on. I actually think Venom is a perfect candidate for their own open-world action game, and if you're looking for something to serve as a bit of a substitute for GTA, this could scratch the itch. I mean, a major part of GTA's appeal is running around the open world and being a menace to society. So why not do that as a giant symbiote-powered Hulk like Venom? I'm reminded of the Prototype series here, and if that's the direction Insomniac is going, I'm 100% on board. Venom is slated for a 2025 release, so we shouldn't be waiting too much longer to know what's going on, but I'm excited. At number 8, Control 2. This may be another weird comparison, but hear me out again. The first Control game wasn't open world, rather more of a Metroidvania, but the sequel, currently referred to as codename Heron, is reportedly going to be much bigger in scope, possibly cross over into open world territory. Remedy Entertainment is becoming a hot commodity after Alan Wake 2 was a surprise hit last year at the Game Awards, and I'm pretty excited to see what happens in the long-awaited sequel to Control. Will it be more open world? Will it give you a sandbox to play in with all your crazy powers? And will it be just as visually stunning as the first game despite the larger scale? Again, I know it's a weird game to compare to GTA 6, but if you're looking for a large-scale game where you can go nuts on the game world, Control 2 might end up being your dream project. Anyway, let's move on to a game we know is open world, and we know is coming very soon. Rise of the Ronin at number 7. Now, Rise of the Ronin is an upcoming PS5 exclusive from Team Ninja, the same people who made the awesome Ninja Gaiden hack and slash games, Ninja Gaiden, you say whatever, potato. Rise of the Ronin is their first attempt at open world gameplay and has seemingly taken a lot of inspiration from Ghost of Tsushima. Now, the story takes place in Japan in the 19th century during the Boshin War and has you as a warrior for hire interacting with various factions in this massive conflict and deciding where your allegiances lie as you slink around the map. You can be stealthy, you can jump in, intricate melee combat systems. It is set to launch on the PS5 on March 22nd, right around the corner. Could be a great open world game to hold you over until Rockstar drops theirs. Now, obviously, Rise of the Ronin and GTA 6 are going to be very different experiences, but when it comes to awesome open world games, could end up being one of the best. And speaking of ninjas, at number 6, Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Ubisoft is currently reportedly launching their own ninja-themed Assassin's Creed game at the end of this year. I'm ready. This game has been in development for a long time. It will be the first truly next-gen Assassin's Creed game. You'll play as one of two characters, a samurai or a shinobi, and venture around a massive open-world recreation of feudal Japan. You're going to master various weapons, tools, stealth-focused games with a lot of interactivity with the map. Much like Assassin's Creed Mirage, it's going to be stealth-driven, really lean into the fact that you're a shinobi warrior, and it's been reported that the team is making this game, they're pulled influence from classic Splinter Cell games. They are going to make extremely deep-set stealth mechanics. We're expecting to get a Ubisoft Forward presentation soon. We'll get our first look at the story and the raw gameplay of Red, and I personally think it may end up being the game that gets everything back on track for this franchise. AC Mirage was a little disappointing for many longtime fans, but hopefully Codename Red is the one that reminds us of why we fell in love with this series in the first place. Now we crack into the top 5. Ghost of Tsushima 2. While Sucker Punch and Sony haven't confirmed, it's leaked about a dozen times. We all know it's coming. When it comes to critical praise and fan reception, I think Ghost of Tsushima 2 actually has a legitimate shot to beat out whatever GTA 6 ends up receiving. If both games come out in 2025, which is actually looking more and more like a reality, I think it may come down to Ghost versus GTA for Game of the Year. Ghost of Tsushima was critically acclaimed, launched in 2020. Many consider it to be the best first-party PlayStation game of the PS4 era. A sequel has been in development for years. And according to various leaks and sources, it's happening. Part 2, job listings at Sucker Punch gave a little bit too much information away. It's believed the sequel is going to take place during the second Mongol invasion of Japan and basically be the first game again, but bigger and better in every way. There's also a movie adaptation coming out next year, which is going to be awesome. At number 4. Far Cry 7. Now, Ubisoft hasn't formally announced it, but a ton of information is leaked about it from very credible sources, including Tom Henderson, who's one of the most legitimate leakers in gaming history. According to the reports, Far Cry 7 is going to be very different. Instead of running aimlessly around a giant sandbox and basically doing whatever you want, you're going to be playing as a lone warrior whose family is kidnapped by a conspiracy group, and you only have 72 in-game hours, or 24 real-world hours, to run around the map and save them one by one. You could tackle the enemy faction in any way you see fit, save your family members in any order, but if you lose one, they're dead for that run. The enemy AI has been drastically reworked, now allowing you to interrogate enemy leaders, try to pry information out of them about where your family members are being held and how best to approach those strongholds. It's going to be cool. Those enemy leaders have the capability to lie to you, waste your precious time, so there's going to be a bit of LA Noire lie detection going on here. Assuming these reports are legit, I am beyond excited for this. I want them to shake up the formula. At number 3, Iron Man. An untitled Iron Man game has been in development at Motive Studios for a while now. I'm ready for it. Now, nothing has been set in stone yet. We do know a few details about the projects thanks to some job listings and insider reports. It sounds like Iron Man is going to be open world to some extent, have some level of RPG elements built into it, likely for things like suit upgrades and weapons. I'm really hoping this is a classic open-world action-adventure game where you fly around a massive world as Tony Stark, thwarting criminals in their tracks and upgrading your suit along the way with various XP checkpoints and level-ups. Last time we got a decent open-world Iron Man game was Lego Marvel Superheroes. But honestly, those are great. You fly around the open-world Iron Man suit. It was fun. With how popular Iron Man mods are in GTA 4 and 5, this could do it. At number 2, let's stick with Marvel. Black Panther. Here's one that not nearly enough people are talking about. It was confirmed a while back that a big-budget game based on Black Panther is in development at Cliffhanger Games, seemingly to be set in an open-world version of Wakanda. It will be a single-player, story-driven game published by EA, and has been reported that the creative heads of the project are the same ones who brought us Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. Those are two of the best Middle-earth games ever made. It's also been rumored that the Black Panther game will have quite a bit of player choice, including things like story choices, maybe even something similar to the Nemesis system from the Shadow of Mordor series. The developers also confirmed that Wakanda will be fully recreated as a sandbox, and they're going to go to great lengths to bring all the iconic technology and details to life. Hopefully, we get some new details about it soon. Could end up being one of the best open world games of the decade. And at number 1, here we go. I think we got the teaser screenshot in 2019? Maybe it was 2017. I don't even know. Elder Scrolls 6. Back in the Xbox 360 days, one of the main competitors of the GTA series was Elder Scrolls. Yes, it's a fantasy RPG, not exactly the same kind of tone, but when it came to big-budget open-world games, Rockstar and Bethesda were constantly stealing the spotlight from one another. Elder Scrolls 6 has been in development for a long time now, and since Starfield officially launched, it is all hands on deck at Bethesda. We don't know anything about ES6, but with how long the wait has been since Skyrim, fans around the world are eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this epic fantasy RPG franchise. It's probably still a few years out, and Bethesda certainly has some lessons to learn from Starfield's shortcomings, but I have confidence for them to get this done. Make it a worthy successor to Elder Scrolls 5. Could you imagine if GTA 6 and Elder Scrolls 6 both managed to drop next year? It truly would be a repeat of the Xbox 360 era. GTA 4 faced off with Oblivion, and GTA 5 faced off with Skyrim. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have any other games you think could go up against GTA 6? If you enjoy the top 10s, the Chaos top 10s, let me know.